Go cheap or go expensive. Now, Dan Kennedy said that in one of his seminars one time. He said, when you have a product or a service or whatever it is that you have, you can either go two ways. You can be the cheapest in the market, or you can be the most expensive in the market. Now, Jeff Bezos a couple of months back said that he can see at some stage Amazon, he can see it being knocked off its kind of perch as the number one shopping platform in the world. Now, what will probably happen is somebody will come along with a better system, maybe cheaper warehousing, maybe some kind of cheaper way of delivery or whatever, but they are going to find some way of doing all that stuff cheaper, and those savings are going to be passed over to the customer, and the customer then will slowly leave Amazon and then go over to whatever that other platform is, because those companies are all racing to reduce their prices and get as low as possible. Now, as you can probably see in Amazon, they're moving away from the kind of shopping platform. They're almost becoming like another Google. So they have a lot of kind of services that they provide. For example, maybe they do like backup data, so you can buy some maybe storage space on Amazon server, so you can back up your photographs, you can back up your websites, you can back up your documents, training courses, videos or whatever, but they are offering that service. And again too, they are moving into more physical things. So we have the Kindle devices, and then we have all this kind of home automated system, so we have the kind of automatic kind of door opening things and things for turning on the lights, and all this kind of equipment is all kind of working together to kind of automate your home. So they're moving into that as well too, and they probably will move into other things as well in the future along the lines of Google, because they know that for the market, if they stayed in the shopping market for much longer, eventually they're going to be pushed out of it. Now, at the moment, if you go into the Amazon Kindle store, for example, you will find a ton of authors all selling their books for 99 cents. Now, it's totally understandable that you would do something like that, because you do want to get in front of as many people as possible. You do want to kind of reduce the risk. You know, if somebody was new and you weren't sure if the book was any good, you'd probably take a chance on somebody who is selling a book for 99 cents than maybe somebody who is selling it for maybe $7.99, $8.99, $10.99 or whatever, because you just aren't too sure if that person is going to deliver on what they've promised in the book description. So, as I said, a lot of authors are scrambling and rushing down to be the cheapest person in the Amazon Kindle store. And there is a thing that kind of is a side effect of that. When you race to the bottom of the price market, how do you start making a profit? You know, I see a lot of authors who are complaining that Amazon ads at the moment are too expensive. They can't afford to advertise their book on the platform because it's not profitable for them. And again, these are the same people who are giving everything away for 99 cents. You know, if you look at Amazon, when they give maybe your royalties out of that 99 cents, you're probably making 60 cents or whatever from your book. And then what you have to do is you have to wonder then, when you are paying your ad, which is maybe $1 or something like that, you're already 40 cents in the red. So how can you actually pay for your ads, and how can you actually make a profit on it? And that's what I want you to think about today. You know, if you are thinking of doing something like that, if you are racing to the bottom of the market, you are going to be competing with the majority of people, because that is a kind of a herd mentality. Everybody races to the bottom to be the cheapest in the market. But again, when you think about that, when you are the cheapest in the market, how are you going to make a profit? How are you going to make a living from your work? How are you going to pay for your ads? And all those different things. The only way you can actually be profitable on your books, be able to pay for maybe your Facebook ads or whatever paid advertising you're doing, is to go the opposite way, is to actually start raising your prices. And again too, you will find people, when they are faced with maybe two different books, one at 99 cents and maybe one at $9.99, again you might have the same content in both, but some people will look at a book as, you know, by their price tag. Some people look for the cheaper version, but there are also people who look for the most expensive version, because that gives them a kind of feeling of being good about themselves, and they don't kind of qualm over paying out the $9.99 instead of the 99 cents. And you will find, if you are maybe somebody who is selling a non-fiction book, which is maybe a training book or something like that, you will find if you charge a larger price for your book, people will take you more seriously, because at the end of the day, 99 cents isn't a big investment. it's not something you're going to be kind of worried about at night. You're not going to be having night sweats saying, oh God, I paid 99 cents for that book, how am I ever going to pay for it? It's just 99 cents, there's no big risk, there's no big gamble. Whereas if you paid more for a book or a training course, again, the training course could burn into a couple of $100. That probably is going to light a little bit of a fire under your butt. It's going to make you pay attention to what that person's saying, and you're probably going to take action on that, and you're going to get the results. Again, it could be the same content in that 99 cent book, it could be the same content in that $500 training course, but you're going to pay more attention to it because you paid more to it. So that's another thing you should consider too as well. If you do kind of lower your prices, are the readers actually going to take action on what you're trying to teach them? So, as Dan said at one of his seminars, Dan Kennedy, you can either go low or you can go expensive. But if you go low, you're probably going to be competing with 99% of the market who can't make things work out, or you can be more expensive. So try and come up with some ways, maybe if you can't maybe raise the price of your book, is there any additional things you can create on the back end of that book? So for example, if you were maybe driving traffic to your book page, if your book was a non-fiction book, could you have maybe a training course in the background, more expensive, or could you have maybe some kind of videos, DVDs, some additional reports that kind of will go with that book, maybe workbooks, planners or something like that, or even an online event maybe you can invite people to and you can charge them money from. So even if you don't make a profit on the ads for the book, you have all these additional income streams on the back of it, so you're not worried about competing with price because you have more expensive things on the back, or maybe that you are gathering those email addresses from those readers. So when it comes to your next book, your training course, your seminar, or whatever it is, you can simply head an email straight out to all those people and you can tell them of that course or that book or whatever it is, and you can do all that for free. So again, think about what you're doing today right now. Should you go cheap and compete with everybody else, or should you go the opposite way? Because the opposite way is the only way that's going to keep you going. It's going to pay your bills, it's going to be an income, it's going to pay for whatever advertisement you have, and unfortunately a lot of people don't see it that way. So maybe I have put that thought in your mind, but I know it made me raise the prices on all my products and courses because I wanted people to take them more seriously. I wanted people to take them into action. I also want to make more money on them, and when it comes to any paid advertisement, I wanted to make sure that the profits I was making on those courses and products were going to pay for all that advertisement cost. So try that out today. Whatever you're doing, have a look at your prices. It could be a good place to start. Now, if you'd like to ask me a question, you'd like me to cover something in an upcoming video or podcast, reach out to barryjmcdonald@gmail.com, and that is my own personal email address. You'll find me on that, and you can ask whatever questions you'd like to. Or if you'd like to head over to the WriteCome site, which is WriteCome.com. You'll find a great free report over there at the moment, which is called Words to Wealth, and in it I'm going to show you 10 different ways you can make money from your writing. Now, I could easily charge $19.99 for this report because it has a lot of great meaty content. So don't think that this free price tag means that it's useless. It's far from that. It's very, very useful. Head over to WriteCome, add in your email address. I'll send it straight to you, and you can let me know how you get on with it. Sorry about that. I don't know. I think my teeth got loose or something there for a second, but finally we got there. So, as always, thanks for sharing your time again today. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.